feel first place?
Good.
I bet it does, man. Well, you were dressed the part out here, and you rode the part all the way into first place. Can you tell me how your race went?
Good.
Oh, what was it like out there? Did you pass a lot of people?
Yeah.
All right. We heard the straightaways. We heard all sorts of stuff. What was your favorite part of the racetrack today?
The mud.
All right. Were you holding this thing wide open even through the mud?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you were riding fast out there, man. You take the win. Who do you want to say thank you to that helps you out?
My mom, dad, sister, and brother.
All right. Well, thank you and congratulations one more time for your overall winner, feel?
Good.
I bet it does, man. You went so fast, you blew your GoPro off your helmet. We had it for you down here. Don't worry about it. Tell me about that race, man. How were you able to get it done?
Just make your lines.
Good deal, man. You were out there riding through the mud. Do you normally like riding in the mud?
Kind of.
All right. Well, when you kind of like riding, it makes it a lot better when you take home a big old trophy like that for it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I bet it does, man. You got one for the trophy collection. You got the overall win from the second row. Who do you want to say thank you to that helps you get it done?
Grandpa, Effector, Alka Clean, God, and Coin Teleport.
All right. Well, thank you and congratulations over Cash over here. And now we're going to go down to the far end. Gabriel Jimenez, man, getting it done, taking the win. How's it feel to be in the center?
Oh, it feels great.
I bet it does, man. It looks like you done rode all the luck out of your lucky pants. You might have to move on from those ones, but they worked for you today, man. You're taking home the big trophy. Tell me how it went out there.
Yeah, got a second place start. Was behind Gabby for a while. Pulled all my tear-offs like really early on. Stanley ended up getting around me, and they ended up putting a little bit of time on me, and then I ended up pushing really hard. I caught him, got around Gavin, and then evidently made a mistake, and I was able to get around him, and just rode my race from there.
Well, good deal, man. Got to feel good to come out here and take the overall win, especially in some conditions like this. I know you don't do it alone, man. Who do you want to say thank you to that helped make it all possible for you?
Yeah, I want to thank my mom, my dad, B12B Moto Services, everyone out there that helps. And
Up on the overall podium, that is going to do it for our youth bikes. The second. big trophy out here. How's it feel being the center of the box once again?
Feels good.
I bet it does, man. Walk me through it a little bit. I know the conditions are tough. I know it's muddy out there, man. How are you able to get it done?
I got the whole shot, and I was, I think, physically third or fourth a few miles in, and after that, I just tried to get my way up to the front and push.
Well, good deal, man. What was the mix between speed and taking time to pick out lines? That's important out here in a race like this. So where was that balance out for you to get this win today?
The first few laps, I was just trying to push, and then the last 2 laps, when everything got deep, I really just started to open my eyes and look for good lines.
Well, good deal, man. To finish first, you must first finish. You did both of those things. Taking on the trophy for your efforts, man. Who do you want to say thank you to that helps you get it done?
My dad, my stepmom, my grandparents, Jake for pulling me out of the mud hole over there right before the finish, and MBR suspension, Core Motor Graphics, FMF, Renthal, and everyone else.
And that is shake that bottle, pop that top, and let the victory roll. Brody said you weren't going to keep coming to him anymore if he kept whooping you, so he had to give you one out here. No, I'm just messing with you. I know there's sibling rivalry going over there, but you were gaining some time there. You moved into the overall lead and held on for the win, man. Tell me how your race went.
Yeah, pretty good. Brody got out front fairly early there, and he was riding really well. Just trying to just keep pace on him. And I made a few mistakes, and he pulled out of my sight there, and he got about 20 seconds on us. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to reel him in, but I was trying my hardest. And I come back around, and I saw him sitting there in the pits. And I think he blowed a radiator hose or something, but was able to pick up on that and just ride it on in.
Well, good deal, man. We've had a lot of races in the mud this year, but it's a place where you do well at, man. You got the bike working, obviously a new bike for this season. How's everything feeling? How's everything clicking as we move forward through the season?
It's pretty good, just struggling a little bit coming off the 2-stroke to the 4-stroke. I felt like I might have rode the 2-stroke a little bit better. Dad don't think so, but I think it's pretty well. But I like the bike. It's really good, but we're still working on it, and it can improve.
Well, good deal, man. You're taking home a big trophy for your efforts today in the thickest envelope over there, rider registration. Who you want to say thank you to that's helping you get it done?
Yeah, I think I got to thank all my sponsors that's helping me out. I think the big one's JDP. I think we got it's a JDP sweep up here, so he takes good care of all of us, and he makes these things ride really well. So him, Flics bars, Focus X gears, everybody that helps us out, just thank you.
Rounding out the overall